ciao, io per te, ciao.
Okay, you all can read. Ciao. It's easy to write this, the right set at the right moment to the right hitter. That's the secret for a good setter. And to realize it, it's not so easy. Some people, they think, okay, setters is like genetically are born like this. I'm going to prove you that it's impossible. You are born like a setter. It's all an evolution. It's about training. It's about to learn so many things. And I'm not, I coach both men and women teams. And I think, honestly, I just told it to him, that our sport would be fantastic in women volleyball, and they have male setters. That should be a fantastic sport. Because in my eyes, and with the experience that I got, there are not a lot of very good female setters. And with this I mean you need to be the sort of a leader, technical capacities, tactical capacities, physical, and a lot of things. And you often see with a woman, they are good in one thing, but they are not a leader. They are very good technically, but not a leader. Or she does not take any risk. She's executing good high set, but she's never playing first tempos, only when the ball is perfect. And that is, man, I told you already this, they dare to take more or less risk. And I think the game on itself, that's why it's so challenging. I always, when I train women teams, I always brought men, not setters, but attackers. And the quality of the training went up with 20 to 30%. Because the woman wants to block one time the man taking defense. And a man never wants to lose from a woman. It's impossible in your mind, your ego, to lose from a woman. But it was so challenging every time. In Tenerife, always 3-9 came every afternoon practice to them. And they hit balls, they play. The level of those players are growing. So that's the challenge when you are training youth teams. Also, invite all the players to come to practice with the team, and then they can use skills what they know already. They can use better because sometimes, okay, your setter is not at that level yet. And the attackers are good and strong, but your setter is not precise enough. Bring one regularly, okay, good man or other woman, the older in age, to the team that they can feel, okay, this is what I'm training for. We can grow like this. I always let some setters speak. You can go. This is a little bit what we are going to talk about. You can go. Some setters, just a few setters in my time. Yang Xilang was a Chinese setter, she won the Olympics with China. And what she said about setting is to know your opponent is important, but to know yourself is absolute, supreme knowledge. And the most important thing is how, as quickly as possible, to forget the last game and to prepare the next game. Those are words of Peter Brandt, who don't have to tell you. He said, I can do everything with my wrists. And he said, it's like genetic. I have hands 2 meters 5, like I said, from here, 5 meters. He could give a ball there because this was incredible. He said, volleyball is for me is more than, I was born with those hands, he's telling, and I have great wrists to put the ball everywhere. Avital, no. Avital is saying, I want to give the ball not 5 centimeters for your hand, but it has to be 30 millimeters, and we are working for those 30 millimeters. I'm going to put the ball there. The high set, I want, but the high set looks the easiest set, and that's why it's the most difficult to execute. To give a precise high set from all the parts of the court, that's a lot of work. That's perfect good stability, good touch, and everything. So he was always, okay, what I say, the right set at the right moment to the right hitter. That is the. I love that player because it's not easy when you are small. You have to have unbelievable good skills. But he was really the leader of the team all the time. I never saw one player going to him to ask this or this, because he was the example on training. If you see that training is in the tunnel from the first moment to the last moment, and I think afterwards and before also. I called it even too much brainwashed. So sometimes you have to let it loose. But it's an enormous capacity if you have setters who can build up this concentration and hold this concentration all the game long. That's why I'm going to refer to mountain hiking. Why mountain hiking is so important for setters. To go up, everybody can do. Pole, they say. In Tanzania, if you go slowly, you go step by step, and everybody, even people who are not trained, can arrive to the top of the Kilimanjaro. But you have to follow the steps. You go to 2,000 meters, rest 3,000 meters, you go to sleep a little bit lower, you go the next step, and you take more pace, and everybody can arrive to the top. If you want to go as fast as you can, sometimes at 5,000 meters, you can go. But why it's so good for volleyball is the way down. The way down, everybody wants to go as quickly as possible back to the cabin, back to the tent, and you go fast. You have to do that. What is always your footwork is so good after a descent. The day after is here, is there, everywhere you have pain, but after a while, and you do it regularly, you are amazing. You are never so fast in the week after. When we made training camps in the mountain, we climbed and we went down. And it takes you, sometimes it was 3-4 hours to go down. To keep up a concentration, to always the road, the way, to jump from one stone to another and like this to go down, this helps you for the training to stay focused during 2-3 hours. And a setter needs this. A setter is always in concentration for the next one. Alain Fabiani, this was a French setter. He was like, for me, a genius. The way of their training was very open, and you always could find like the right hitter at the right moment. Was talented in, especially in tactical development and how to play the game. Venturini, Brazilian setter, she said, okay, I always want a plan. The coach is giving me the plan and discussing how to play against the opponent, and I like so much to have a plan that I can study it before, then I try to do the game, and then I can eventually change the plan. The role of the setter is a motor. He has to have leadership qualities. The search of the ideal setter. Ralph Ippolit is comparing this for volleyball is like chess, but at a 1,000 km/h speed. So all the decision making has to go very quickly. And Olaf Feldman is a German coach. And he said, I don't know with what to begin with the setup. If I have to start with the head, if I have to start with the hands, or if I have to start with the feet. we need all. But with what I'm going to start in the development of the setup? Am I going to start from there, or I'm starting with the hands, or I'm starting with the head? Expect later during. So that we spoke already, and that's the same for me volleyball, but it's the same for a setter. It's about precision, speed, observation, decision making, and about memory.
I got a question about memory. Back then, when you play 3 hours game, the fixes were there, but not as easy as today. Okay, you really have to, and it was a side game. The game was longer. Now, with the side game, okay, that's very short sets, okay, and a lot of information from the bench. How much information does the setter receive, or she's just decided by herself what she remembers? Or from the bench, she's getting information. Right now, play this, because in the last 5 games, in this situation,
I don't know if you saw last year the USA, Coach Pirelli, how he's doing. You saw United States?
Timeouts is
Timeouts. Coach is speaking only with the rest of the team. There's one coach. And the second setter is there also. And they say, okay, you did this well. And I think they are just giving information about the numbers of block here, the options they have to take, and how to play the next point. I think it's important. Because the older group is there. And it's an important point. And you say to the setter, we are going to run the short at the back, but you play the ball in position 4. And you attack it in position 4, you are going to kill the ball. Do you like to hear that? As a player, or the players know what's going to happen? No. I don't think I like it. So afterwards, okay, it's a decision of a coach at that moment. But I like that moment. Yeah, come with me. The team is there. Yeah, and I said, okay, this is the first option. And the reception is perfect, you play that. And the reception is not coming, you play that. And you go back to the team and say, okay, next ball, come on, let's organize the reception like this.
And if there's no timeouts left,
you are silent. So you have the communication, build out the communication with your setter.
And signals.
I say like this. Huh? This is for me the signal short at the back, and this is the signal for position 4. And she knows. Okay, so I want to shoot, and I do like this. And but it's always, when you are an open sport, you cannot foresee what's going to happen. I prefer that the setter at a certain moment is taking her own decisions and let the situation depend. It's possible that you want to play position 4 because on the other side is the smallest blocker. But the player in your team, position 2, killed the last 5 balls. 2 block, 3 block, she's killing everything. Are you going to tell that choice? And the setter, she's feeling, that one is hot. I don't care if there is 2 blockers. She is going to do that. And there are players, you have to know this, who like to have the ball at 15, 14 in the tiebreak. And there are players who are shooting. Don't give me the ball. I would rather shoot, but you play. You play there. This you have to. It's good. In all my life, okay, it was very hard to find the coaches who could explain me so well technically how to work. Till I followed this Japanese coach. Unfortunately, he died last year, Adachi, and he gave me all a presentation. You, for a setter, I am working like this. And it's really interesting. He divided in form, position, time, contact, and this in relation water, you speak distance and energy. You know? Right? 4. You have always windows. The ball is coming from the reception. This is your first window. This. Then is your second window. You see your reception players. You see your attackers. You see also there. And this window, you see the opening. You see the middle. Okay. And some setters just have a quick look to see how the block is following or not following. So you speak about you scoring in broken windows. Those are there and there. Then what you see from your own team, and then the small window like a heart to touch the ball. Position. You can set with the elbows really stretched, a normal position, or even a low position, depending of course quality of reception, high reception, but always. There was a coach, I told you before, who was my guru, Ulrike Pizarnik, and I was setting before always from here. This was my maximum.
From low.
From here. This is
Right.
low. Huh?
Right.
But I thought it was high.
Okay.
And you are small, and he taught me from the preparation every set that I gave. Stretch your arms. Stretch your arms. To the video. So you are not stretched. And then I think, now I stretched the video. And then he said on purpose. It's not good. Stretch your arms. You put weights here, little weights there, and then just to set with the fingers of the wrist. And my teammates were really angry on me in the first month because I lost a lot of precision. The balls were not coming because it's not so easy to set from here all the time and to keep the same precision. It's here is like, I call it like darts, and there is like javelin throwing. And good setting is like darts. And from here you have much more control of the ball. Like here is different. But of course, the time difference. I take the ball there, and the first tempo was, and from here it's that, and this is not giving the time for the middle blocker. They have to jump before or not. And from here to just to touch the ball and only use the fingers. So that's about the position. To give timing, you can give timing with the ball, with the wrists, and there you have a timing. You can give timing with the elbows. If you play a second tempo up and you give a timing like this, you give a combination with wrists and elbows, or the high set you use completely from a down position, and all your body is going to stretch out for the high set. And this with the contact, extension, first tempo, and palms upwards, just to deviate the ball. A back set is just this movement. And it's enough, and the ball is going. It's even easier if the ball is going from 5. Reception from 5 is natural movement. Just to do this, the ball is going backwards, okay? A short touch from wherever, and to play first tempo out of deviation of direction. You fake that, but then you go there. Or you do this, and you put the ball there to take and to give. Sometimes you see, my first tempo is too late. I cannot do this because she's not there. So I go down, I wait, and then I go, and then I give the ball, and then she arrives in time. That is a lot of things, what you can do with the setter. That's why I love this presentation from Adashi so much. It was giving you like, you can do this, and you combine everything in form, position, contact.
What, just a question about that. What do you do about tension in the fingers? So like, how do you teach players to be soft versus too tense?
First of all, I don't like, for example, you can work with smaller balls, with tennis balls, with handballs, or like this, or volleyball. I don't like to work with basketball. Because the basketball is too
You have to be hard.
It's like this too much. I don't like setters like this. I like setters like this. And then you have to look the French setter on YouTube. For me, is one of the best, because Bruninho is a hard worker, but he's not that talented setter. But he's great in the brain. I love him, how his attitude is on the court and how he's leading the game and so on. But on YouTube is a copy. And I saw just in the warming up, he's never doing something like this. He's always hands here and giving sets like this. And I show this. This is the example how I want everybody in my team to set it. And they say, oh, he's a setter. No, you can do that also. What I said yesterday. Play. And from here it has to come. So, of course, repetition. Remember the kick against the wall, and the sets against the wall. To go step by step, I explained you the story of Lorenzetti and Velasco, how to play like this.
Maybe you will get it in the end, but I would like to put this question. When you choose who is going to be your setter in a junior team or a youth team, what are you looking for? You said legs, brain, hands. If we now here want to choose a player to be our setter, what should we be looking for in order, on this order, these things?
The one
Because you're showing like a setter. What should a setter should do? But who is going to be this? I want to know who is going to be the setter.
the one who can let your team play. If I am for a national team, Avital Zeling would never have a chance if I was only selecting by prediction of 8. You are 117. You are not international level. Rovianko, no. But those are exceptional. They can let a team play. They are so precise. So this is what I want to say. You cannot say you have to start there or to select like this. You have to see that player, how he's communicating on the court, how he's feeling the players, how is our technical skills, how he's dealing with your tactical information. Those. And you cannot become a setter at 20. You are becoming a real setter at the age of 28, 30, 35. Those are really good setters. The other make a lot of mistakes. Not maybe in the technical or the tactical choice, but the mental approach about living 1,000 times the same situation to stay relaxed, to control a team like this. So you have to give time to a setter. Don't choose too quickly. One person, oh, you are going to become a master. No, it's possible that there you find a tall guy like Blanger. There was one coach in his life who told him, I want you now to become a setter, because at 16, 17, he was a spiker. And then one coach said, no, seeing you with the hands you have, you want, come on, let's work. And then he became a wonderful, amazing setter. So it's really hard to see from the start, okay, that's going to be my setter.
No, but let me put it this way. You see a guy who has good legs, good head, but the hands are not good. Can it be you are coaching a youth team, and you say this is a good character, he's a leader, he's not as tall as he cannot be maybe a spiker. He has everything, he doesn't have the hands. So can you teach the hands of a setter, or he has to come with the head of a setter?
Everything is trained. If he is doing 5 years a lot of sets, and you still is doing the same mistake, then okay. Go away. You
Yes,
cannot
but
do
this
it.
is 5 years I wasted. I want to know now.
No, it is not wasted, because the normal player will always make some progress. Okay, the things, okay? It's already important as a good head. It's important. But of course, I saw setters, okay, horrible in technique, taking balls here, but all the balls arrive precise. Are they not good setters? You know, they let the team play, but no matter. I was also with the back, the net there, and with the back setting, but always on the right place. And he was with a belly like this, but he let the team play. He was not even blocking. They were blocking with two, and he was behind the block there. The ball came down with an amazing setter. So it's really, you cannot say you have to do like this or do like this. It's going to depend on the individual, how he's working, how he's growing, it's a thing about fine motricity. I told you it's really precise. There are phases. First you learn, then you try to be perfectionist in what you are learning, and then it's to stabilize the thing. It's also okay. First you learn to set, okay, and you throw the balls easy to the setter. Then you start to make him or her to move, and you have the emergency situations and how they are dealing with this. And this is learning phase, perfection phase, stabilizing. Then you have, okay, about precision processing. I told yesterday, you have to find the mistakes. What mistakes are making your setter? Why it's not possible that 2 meters from the net she cannot give a shoot anymore, okay? Is she not reading well the reception? Is there something I have to work more in the hips? I have to work with the hands. I have to work with the body. So you find the mistakes in the execution and using time and space. Using time and space, okay, in time, in man volleyball, short in front and pipe. This is a timing. I give a problem to the other middle blocker. They have to make a choice. It's very first tempo and the pipe. But I can also play the same thing with a cross, and then it's more, the middle blocker has to make a distance, playing more with the space. A setter is always playing with time and space. They call this principle shoot, and then position 4 fast is playing like overload, and this is about timing. It has to be shoot, shoot, and then the blockers have difficulties to read the game. Or you play more with the space, and you put the shoot, play backwards, and if the middle blocker is following the shoot, there is a big distance, and the attacker is in a one against one situation. So using the time and space. I train, yeah, to go. It's, I think, for today, the last time, it's about all the technical schooling. It's the same like Deshe gave me a model for teaching the technique of the set, and Enrique Pesani gave me, like I told yesterday, to show the forest and not the trees. How to build up. Okay, first rule, use always the 9 meters. Setter in the back, setter in the front, try always to play with the 9 meters. Don't combine and reduce. Always keep the 9 meters. You have, okay, the setters have to learn to evaluate his set. So on a good reception. I told you already, when he blockers in the first tempo, or no blockers in the second tempo, on the third tempo, and he learns to memorize what happened before in that rotation. It's mastery and knowing who is commanding the set. Is the setter or the ball? Perfect reception. The setter is the master, the ball is there, and he can make every choice. The reception is bad, the ball is commanding. We have to save this ball and to put this ball, and there is only one rule, put the ball high and precise to the hitter. And if it's possible, and you know where is the smallest blocker, the ball is going there. Or you know There is no small blocker in there. Okay, which one is my strongest attacker? And I try to put the ball precise. So the ball is commanding, and in the other situation with a perfect reception, the player is commanding. Okay, level 2. Change of direction. Opening after reception towards position 2. So for example, I will draw it. The reception is bringing me the ball there, okay? And as a setter, I'm running to this position. So if I have time to see what this middle blocker is doing, is following and being in front of me, then I can play this ball. He's staying there, I play there a faster ball. And sometimes, okay, to change so of direction to put the ball. Playing and logic goes after a certain moment when you don't have a stupid middle blocker on the other side, he's going to know. He's putting always the short at the back and he's putting always the ball in position 4. So when he's seeing the movement of the middle attacker going back, he's not doing this, he's just waiting. He's telling to the other one, when he shot the back, you help me, that I'm ready for going there.
Unless it's Bruno. So,
And then the setter is playing sometimes not logic. So because he can read the mind already of the middle player, it's always like a chess game between a battle between you and that middle player. And then you play the short at the back. That one is surprised, why is now? And at the end, okay, when it's a good reception, you as a setter, you have everything in your hands. And you as a middle player, you have to play this game. I follow, but I'm ready for there. Or I do like this, but I'm going there. And this is really nice to work with if you have interesting players, good players, to play this game, middle players.
But this is, okay, this is, as you say, level 2.
Yeah, level
When you,
two,
when you,
But you can work with the youth, easy exercises. You see the middle blocker or you don't see. You play in there. And you see him and you say, he's behind me, and you say play illogic. So I play in the same area. It's not so different. You don't always have to have middle attackers to play this. You can build it up with easy exercises. This is really interesting. It was for me the first time in my life when I was setting, when I was 28, that somebody told me about this. After a fast defense in relation to the first tempo of the rhythm, and other after a slow defense. What does it mean? Any of you an idea?
Ask again, please.
You mean when you dig the ball?
So this. After a fast defense in relation to the first tempo of the opponent. So my team is in defense and I'm the setter here. They are playing a shoot. And that one is attacking here, just on the libero. And the ball is directly coming here. I'm coming here. What do I play? What do I play now as a setter?
maybe back,
Whatever you can.
Not back.
Sure,
I-
yeah.
Where?
7. With the middle.
No, the middle. The middle is here. So this is the assist blocker, B3, B2, because it's just shoot. And here is the other attacker, who is seeing a shoot.
5 or 4?
Where? Okay, I play this ball. Why?
Because the middle
Angle.
is...
Yes. The middle is on this side of the court, jumping, okay, landing, and then he has to go directly the long distance. And that's why I say it's a fast defense. I go and I play a fast ball, because this attacker is not involved in blocking, he can go back and he can attack
But
you.
this is when the mid. He's playing.
Counter
He's
attack.
playing short.
So if he's
Okay,
playing
understand. Yeah.
short at the back here,
Yes.
and he's defending here, where do I play? I play here, fast. And it's always creating a one against one situation. So on training, what did I do? Attack a short or a tip to the libero with the shoot and to put the tip there and I played fast to position 4 and we created a 1-1 situation. What about a defense who is slow and the ball is arriving here? Then those players can organize again, and then I choose the best tactical option. I have maybe my best attacker in position 2, and I play there. Or on the other side is a smaller blocker,
No,
a smaller blocker here, and I play there.
using what you said before, using the principle that you said before, in the first iteration, the ball decides.
Yeah, it's
Because
it's a fast defense, and
Fast,
also this player is. And then you have to know
Far from them.
one thing, even if the ball, it's the same example, if the ball was set here, and this one was going to shoot but not receiving the ball, and the ball is there and it's a fast defense, I should always play there. This I call flow, is to play with time and speed about to choose this option. Because when the ball is set here, all this team is in cover, like this, they are organized like this.
The left
If you
side.
can play fast, they are not in time to organize again the defense. And this you can easily train. It's very easy to do. Just okay, give a fast ball. That's why the Japanese, every free ball situation, they are not putting high ball to the center. They are shooting the ball because they want to give the time to the other opponent to organize their block defense. And they play just with the speed of the ball and the flow. Okay? Good? Playing the placing of the first tempos, really important in relation to the middle blocker of the opponent. We have a relatively small middle blocker on the other side. Which first tempo are you going to play?
One. Close.
Close. I have a tall middle player, okay, and there is so what because what has this small middle player has to do? He has to jump full. Then you can see he was jumping full, and then the next time you can play.
There's a less assistant.
Or you can play the pipe, first tempo and the pipe, because it's a small one. He has to make a choice. He has no time to do this. When you have a tall middle player,
Moving.
make him move. But is he following? Is he not following? When you have, like Brazil, our players 2 meters 5, they are like in the center and they are already, they are not moving anymore. They try to reach with their hands to touch. Still, always you have to study. Players have always a dominance. They like to block in this direction or they like to go there. And a lot of players, when they are right-handed, have a lot of problems moving left. So a shoot and fast position 2 is 1-1. A short position 4, a lot of players arrive there. Because still in women volleyball, the attacking position 4 is more than any other situation. In man, no. In man is 2, but 1 is a lot variation. But in woman, the statistics, still 50% of the attacks are going to position 4. So you are training always that movement. So if you have a good attack in position 2, it's very efficient in women volleyball.
Jan, we need to.
Yeah. Okay.
Next.
Yeah, go quickly. I do is knowledge of the middle. I already level 3. Knowledge of the middle blocker. Is he tall, fast, speed of displacement, analyze of the tactical concept. Is he reading? Is he committing? Fixation or non-fixation? The knowledge, okay, are the teams, they are starting all very center to block, or they are spreading out. So to play an open game, to play a closed game. When they are open, then we play first tempo pipe, for example. When they are very close, we try to first play faster to the outside. Then they are going to disperse, and then it's coming. And this is the secret of volleyball for me. For a setter is to play like an harmonica. Always the idea to close or to open the game. Playing pinch and right pinch, you understand? Is the assist. And two blockers there, They have a block strategy like this, left pinch or right pinch, and they are like this. They are not one, or they are like this. What do you play with the team? Okay, he's a very good assist player, here not so good assist, for example. Playing with one or two options. One option is a lot with the shoot, and to play fast position 2 is playing with one option. You say your setter, put the shoot and play except one option. The shoot and to play over is playing with two options. Because you have a small middle player, a small blocker in position 2, the shoot can go to position 1 over the small one, and the outside hitter can go over the small one. So you have two options. Last, the setter, now it's not happening so much, okay, is changing the reception formations according to his choice of his attack pattern or the threat of the serves from the other. I just always classic formation, setter in 1. Small blocker. But the small blocker, the service is going always to this slow down the tempo of the attack with this player. Put him short, put him low. Okay. So the setter is changing on the moment of the throw. I'm talking about man volleyball, for example. The opposite is going up. And he can play a fast ball. If I have in this situation the smaller blocker there, it's perfect. But you can change the reception formation according to the player you want to play with, but fast. So the throw, nobody is able after the throw to look the reception if they are changing. They can only look the ball and then to attack, and after they see the result of the service. So that's the time lapse. You can switch your formation to eliminate the pipe. For example, I want to play this ball is a small middle player, and I want to play the short in front and this one in the pipe. On the other side, they are not stupid. What they are doing, and this one has to take the reception. So there is no pipe anymore. That means only 3 attackers. And that's already a big thing in my volleyball. You can reduce from 4 attackers to 3 attackers. So, to change the reception formation, they throw the ball, the opposite is coming here, libero, this one is out, and reception. And the short ball, the opposite is taking a ball, and this one is free to play the pipe. This is technically high level. Okay, how to change the reception formation. You have to train. It was building a communication. A lot of players, especially the women, they don't like it. I don't like it. I like the reception. Because I miss one. He said, no, it's not because you miss the reception. Because I want to have you in attack also available. So don't see it as a, oh, I am not good. No, it's something there. But we have to train the opposites. We have to train the opposites in reception. Man with jump service is a little bit easier. With the float service is very hard. But you in the float service also, if they do a jump float, there is a moment that you can easily change your formations. That's for me the key. And then the last one, and I end with this, there are not on the first tempo either decides the choice of the setter. We have a rally. And the system in Holland was also like this, inside out and in the counter-attack. Bas van de Goor, setter 6. Bas van de Goor here, and then the opposite. Remember him? And here Zwerver, libero, libero. No signals. But here is not such a good blocker. And Van de Goor is creating the space. There is no, he's just after the reception, he's shouting, shoot. He let first the reception come, and then he's running, and Blanger knew perfectly he's going for the shoot, that is to play backwards over this play. So the middle blocker is deciding. So if it's on the other side, like this, what first tempo will he run? He will run the short at the back if it's really perfect, or the short in front. Perfect, okay, short at the back, because small blocker, I can have this, there, the pipe to attack there, and to attack there. Okay, so also during the rally, easy ball, the middle blocker is going back, opposite, outside hitter, and the middle blocker is shouting the first tempo. And shouting this ball or this ball, and he's creating the opening for the setter to play. The Americans like that to practice a lot. They prefer that the setter is not giving always the same rule, what to run before. They like what's happening after the reception, and the middles are shouting what they have to go. And the receiver, because it's the other receiver was in the backward for doing the pipe, has to see the movement, and is looking how it's going to shoot. He's moving to the center. He's moving short at the back, and he's in position 1. He's going there. He's finding the holes and the handballs, the space free where to attack.
I have a question about
Guys, we need to finish.
all it's neat.
Okay.
On counter attack, I understand this one, but after the sidearm, I have to think, if I'm a middle blocker, I have to think exactly like my setter. If the setter thinks something, one thing, and I can destroy everything if I said something else that he would not.
A lot of training that your middle also knows the technical concept, what he's creating with his movement. That's a, if you have middle players who are not able to do it, okay, stop, and let the setter decide. But it's a higher step in progress, in evolution, that the middle players can call the ball. Then you are less going to be predictable. Really. It's a high, there is really a high level. Not a lot of
Brazil did this, right?
not a lot of teams. And this is the last example, Ori.
No, we can, I invited the next lecturer here. So he will come here, so we can.
We can continue.
I was in Portugal and I went to see the trainings of Bernardinho, and they were practicing during 1 hour and a half the same thing. That time was not Bruno, as the setter was Ricardinho. Nasty setter. Jiba, down there. Can you imagine? Jiba was here, Dante was there. The opposite, left.
Andre.
And then you have the middle players like this. And here, Serginho. Serginho and Ricardinho. So, he throw the ball here and they have to give high set there. 3 block. 3 block here. Tip. Serginho took the ball and Ricardinho is coming and what is he playing? High.
One. One.
Giba automatically is going there and spin it. When the ball was touching the block and going up, at a normal situation, that one is going there, first tempo there, and Giba is following what kind of first tempo I'm going in the hall. 3 hours. Only the situation. Position 4, position 2. When he was there, and they had this also, they made 3 block here, and Dante was here, libero, and put the ball there. Dante was going to shoot a line in position 5 and attacking there. This was training. Is not normal. It's training, and recognizing the same situations during the game. 1 hour and a half, 2 hours, same thing.
They repeat the situation.
Okay, this situation, 3 block. It's happening more and more in volleyball. Not so good reception. High ball. 3 block, okay, 3 block situation. What can happen? Okay, a soft, an easy ball for defense, and this ball. A tip, they are having training. I said, okay, this we have to do till perfection. And that was amazing to see. But I can assure you, the ball was attacked here, and Giba took the ball and was there before the setter even touched the ball. It was already there. He wasn't even on the floor, diving and like this. And after he stood up and he was already in time there. Right? So those are exceptional good players. But what is trained?
I want to ask you something about setup.
We don't have time, only.
No, I told you the Omer is coming here. Zelinger Arya used to say that when you have like 2 kinds of setters, one who can manage the game and the other who cannot. So for the one who cannot manage the game, he said, okay, let the attackers call the sets, and for the one who can, let her call the set. So I'm asking you about this. How much freedom do you give your setter? Or it depends on the character of the setter. When you practice setter, you give her all credit, or you say you will do what I say. Where is the balance?
They show me in practice already. They show everything in practice so they can work. And then I'm giving always a little bit more.
But if you can choose, if you have any seller in the world, you can choose your seller. You are not a budget sections. What would you like to have?
I like more the type of Tonuti or Bruno and Tonuti from France. I like
This, the one.
I like the Checo because those players for me they have something genius.
Yeah, but it's up to them. You leave them aside.
Because the first rule for me every time is don't lock this.
Well, maybe because you were set up.
But it was a raw evolution, of course. Tonuti was not directly like this, etc. Or the steps that he made to become this. In the beginning, you have to just give whatever. After, and once is the game, don't block the center with that. And free to choose. And then you correct the freedom a little bit.
Is there any relationship with the fact that you were a setter yourself?
I think it helps in the sense that when I talk with him, he knows that I'm not going to see him stupid.
No, but maybe a coach that was a spiker before would prefer a setter that is less.
No, but what you show here,
It's possible.
what you show here about Brazil is when let's say the back row player is free to go
No,
whenever.
it's not free.
It's not
Not,
free.
not free,
No,
but
it was
he,
not free. I was always taking position here.
okay, but he's going in relations with the middle block, with the decision of the
Outside.
middle block. The no,
He's going here because the outside blocker is going to make a triple.
okay.
That's
No,
why.
There was a tip, but there was no time.
No, I'm saying that now is kind of free to do what he choose to do, okay, in the system, but then the setter has to decide.
Here, Ricardinho could even make the choice. I play him or I don't play him. But it was more logic to play him because it's the same. When here is an attacker, all the team is in cover here. Here is nothing organized. It's open the field. So it is logic that he should play the ball there. But sometimes, okay, he was not doing
No,
it.
I understand. I'm just saying
But
about
to
the
give
freedom
To
of
give
the
the
setter.
freedom to the setter, he has to deserve this. He has to show you on practice. And you have a whole way you are going in the national team for how many years, and then they are becoming really good because they play a lot of times with the same players. That's the strength of the team. Also, you can keep a lot of time the same players. The automatism is so important in volleyball. The communication with the court, the responsibilities of the court are so important. At the end, is right. Okay. In my time, it was with one player. We practiced all the time, more and more after the practice. And he was coming short behind, first ball. He was coming and playing this ball. He was coming short in front. He was coming shoot. He was going shoot and coming back. There was a big variety in first tempo. It was trained. Even you are the first tempo, the ball was going there, I was giving him a set, and I didn't look. I knew that he was jumping and was going to attack the ball. And he's doing it. He's not. And of course, it depends on the quality of the setter. It depends on the quality of the attacker to do. And there's so much confidence that you know, when Bruno is playing with Lucas, he knows that he's going there. And he knows that he can set this ball. And he's jumping. The same with Simon, and the Checo is putting a ball like that. But he knows it's not that they never did it. They did it maybe 100 times on the training already, just for fun. There are setters who are with the head and they set and boom, first tempo. And sometimes it will occur during the game and it's going to happen like this. There's only one ball. But it's like a stand-up comedian. Every word he's saying, you start to laugh. But this is repeated so much. You know exactly what to say and which words to use that you are going to smile or to laugh. It's trained. He knows that a human being is going to react in this way. So, to be a setter or to be born as a setter, no. You become a setter with the evolution. Go. That feel is all, okay. Tactical schooling. I like a lot that you saw yesterday. You have to go out of the rules of the game. I like this game of 5 contacts. Why? The setter is commanding everything. In the beginning, easy balls to the libero. And he can organize better, he can make his footwork good, the attackers can make their approach how they want, he can deliver a perfect ball. And then, okay, this we can do quite good. Now I'm putting the ball for the libero everywhere. And the libero has to run, and I create situations, instead of setting, I attack to the players a second time, and then I create a really game situation. Because not all the free balls are coming that so easy. And then you see, okay, that's a big step for that setter. And why 5 contacts? Because you have time. you can do this exercise for 1 hour, 1 hour and a half. If you work with 3 contacts, you need 24 players, because otherwise they are dead to play always 3 contacts. You can do jump, 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 jump. With 5 contacts, you can maybe, it's ideal when you just have 6 players or 8 players or 10 players to work like this. Beyond the rules of the game, because this is training your thinking and decision. It's training the unexpected. Hello. 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 How are you? It's training the creativity and it's training capacity of visualization. Yeah.
Okay, Jan, we take a break.
Now we finish.
Okay.
This I explained already, how you do the strategic schooling, video, statistics, conversation, game to rotation, doing game like training here. And okay, this is the present and our Johnson and Chris. This is just an analysis of how, and I explained this in the beginning, how the game is growing, how women volleyball is evolving, and how the men are playing. Okay. Oh. Oh. Try to read this in Hungarian. Köszönöm a figyelmet. Here is easy. Hola.
We take a break. 10 minutes. The 11:30 over.